I saved my first 10,000 during lockdown, and that year completely changed how I looked at money. It took me about 12 months, and at the start I didn't think I could actually do it. I was paying off my credit card at the time, and I wasn't earning a huge salary. And I think I had this quiet belief that saving was for other people who earned more or had everything figured out. When I was able to save 10,000, it was so much more than just a number to me. It was proof that I was able to save. And it also helped with breaking down those mental barriers I had in terms of money. When I first started saving, it was completely new to me. I didn't really know anything about interests or the best savings account to put your money in. All my money at the time was just in my Barclays regular saver account. This was my bank account that I've had all my life, and I did of course make a savings account from there, but it was just a regular one. I think it was earning 0.1% interest at the time. When I started to save and build momentum, I started to explore different ways of being able to save more money, and one of the key ways was by putting my money into an account which gave me money back. I quickly opened up a Barclays, I think it was called a rainy day savers account at that time. It had a limitation to the max amount that you were able to put in, which was 5,000. And of course I was starting off at nothing, so this was a great one. In return, it gave you 5% interest. On that £5,000, that 5% interest in a year equated to £250. When I had just first started to put money in, the 5% didn't seem like a lot, but in comparison to the 0.1% interest, it was something. And the more money I was able to save, the more I was able to get from it. When I had reached the £5,000, I was getting around £20 interest every month, or a little bit more, I think. It felt great. Seeing this amount, seeing the fact that I was also making money without having to do anything difficult, it really built momentum for me. I finally understood that saying where people say, you have to make your money work for you. And I felt like I was becoming one of those people. I also looked for other accounts, and I opened up a Lloyd's account similar to Barclays. I can't remember the name of it exactly, but it was a fixed term account. The max you could put in every month was £150, but the return was like 6%. In 1 year, I could have £5,000 in Barclays getting 5% interest and £1,800 in Lloyd's getting 6% interest. And together, if I didn't withdraw any of that money within a year, I would have got £358 interest back on £6,800 savings. When you compare it to where else would you put your money, it was worth it for me. During that time, another thing I did as well to be able to save more was I got introduced to TopCashback. In a year's period, it was £122. I could now add to my £358 that I got literally for not doing much at all. With TopCashback, I simply would shop as normal, but I would go through the website and I would get cash back. It wasn't huge changes, but together it built momentum. Like I mentioned, this was during the lockdown period, so this was around 2020 to 2021. And we're in 2025 right now, and inflation makes a huge difference on the value of 10,000. The average salary in the UK right now is around 37,600 a year, and the average saving is around 16,000. If you've managed to save £10,000, that's roughly a third of what the average person earns in the UK, and more than half of what the average person saves in the UK. The reason why I say this is because I can see online that there's lots of comments around 20,000 being the new 10 because of inflation. And yes, inflation does mean that 10k will not stretch as far as it used to 5 years ago. For the average person living in the UK, it's a huge achievement. And it's not just about the number. It's the value the experience brings by saving 10,000. It builds confidence, it builds trust, and it's proof that you were able to create consistency even when life is expensive. When I finally saw 10,000 sit in my account, I felt proud. For the first time, I felt proud of myself, and that feeling it's too late and I'm behind and I need to earn 50k, 60k in order to be able to save, it was dispelled. All those doubts in my mind, they were challenged because I was able to show myself that on a 29k living in London, and I just moved to London in a new job, I was able to save £10,000. I was able to learn about interest accounts, different strategies like TopCashback. It helped me to change one of my habits of heavily relying on my credit card. By having that money, that security, I said to myself that if I'm not able to afford something outright, unless I really need this, I won't buy it. The rule is, if I want something, I must always buy it outright. And of course, I can use my credit card strategically, but I shouldn't use my credit card as a way to afford something that I would like. My first 10K didn't make me rich, but it helped build momentum and habits, and it helped, most importantly, show me that it was possible. There's 2 months left of 2026. This is the perfect time to reevaluate your relationship with money and ask yourself, what money habits can I shift that my future self would thank me? Small and consistent changes, even with a difficult economy, can transform where you are a year from now. If you found this video helpful, please like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, please let me know.